Here we are, back on our weekly live stream with the wonderful Jet and the equally, if maybe not a little bit more wonderful Krix, who I've seen very, very active in social media for today's live stream. So, audience members out there, we're going to do something slightly different. Jet and Krix have known each other for many, many years. They go back probably, well, longer than any of us care to imagine. That's how long they've been friends. And Jet is firmly in the DC camp, firmly, right? If you cut him, he bleeds Batman, right? He bleeds DC. Crix, on the other hand, is a huge fan of Marvel, massive, massive fan. I'm kind of in between. I don't necessarily have a preference. I like the DC universe. I like the darkness and the fact that it's not scared to tackle some challenging issues. And I also appreciate that you always read Marvel or you watch Marvel and you always feel happy after watching or reading a comic, right? So we're going to try to answer one of the world's biggest debates right now, which is who would win in a fight, DC versus Marvel? And for those guys that tuned in last week, I set Jet and Krix a challenge to go away and come up with a list of 3 superheroes or villains, and then we would do 3 rounds to see who would win, right? Now, they don't know who each other have selected. This is purely off the cuff. Nobody knows where it's going to go. Ultimately, I will decide who wins each round. But if there's a strong argument, then who am I to kind of intervene? So I would say any audience members out there that want to get involved, please drop us a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. And I'm really, really excited about this. So before we get in, Jack, Krix, you guys good? Have you had a good week?
Yeah. So far, it's a good week. It's just a little hotter than usual, but yeah.
Cool. Krix, you had a good week? Are you good?
Yes, I suppose.
I can sense the anticipation here. You guys are very reluctant to do this, right? Because we could be ending 10-year plus relationship in terms of friends, and I don't want to do that.
It can get nasty. I'm really afraid that it can get nasty. Yeah.
It could get nasty, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so ding-a-ling-a-ling, as they say in boxing matches. Seconds out, round 1. Krix, I'll come to you first because I've seen how much work you've done this, and I think you've surprised Jet. I think Jet just thought, you know what, I can turn up, I'll be fine. Up until he saw your post, yesterday when you were basically in your room with a shed load of Marvel comics, and I could feel Jet going, oh my God, what have I got myself into now, right?
I should have dropped the spoon of biryani and what am I doing?
I know, right? Here we go.
Okay, let me start. Yeah, let me start with. I think this is an underdog for me because I prepared this character for Batman. I have to go with Iron Man. Okay, cliche as it sounds. Iron Man is actually the comeback kid that we anticipated, both in the films and also in the comics. So I actually read or actually watched the history on how Marvel gambled on Iron Man and also RDJ.
Mm-hmm.
So he is one of the people who brought back the anticipation in comics. So first of all, Iron Man had become our cultural icon. Some kids nowadays would like to be Iron Man because of his fame, and also he's not that perfect. He's flawed as well, considering the events in Civil War. He also created a lot of armor. His edge on Bruce Wayne, that will be his genius when it comes to science. So if you, as Daredevil will say, you could throw that man in the sea and he'll come back in a jet made out of sand and cactus. So that's how intelligent he is. And at the same time, yeah, we have the argument that Batman could just kidnap Pepper Potts and it will be game over. But I believe that Tony Stark would have something in his pocket to defeat Batman. So that's my
Wow.
first argument for Iron Man. And also, he created an armor which is like godlike. That's for the comic sphere itself. So if you read that, he created the Uru or the Bleeding Edge armor. So it's like the embodiment of Odin. So yeah, that
Wow.
is what I can lay as of now. So yeah.
Okay. Quick started one of the top trumps there coming in with Iron Man. Jet, and you can't. So here's the deal, right? After Krix has said who her round one pick is, you can't change your round one pick, all right? You have
All
to
right.
stay with your round one pick. Okay. So who's your
Okay.
round one pick
All right.
and why?
It's I'm gonna put in Batman in there for Iron Man.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
simple. It's very simple. Yes, he's a genius. Iron Man is a genius. Tony Stark is a genius. He's created so many things that created an armor, an army of with artificial intelligence and all. Uh, it's not even a route that Batman would take, which is to kidnap Pepper Potts, because that's going to be a very very obvious choice. So Tony Stark would have created something, a plan to mitigate that attempt. What what Batman's going to use is Tony Stark's ego. He's going to exploit Tony Stark's ego, which would eventually be his downfall. He has a huge ego. Bruce Wayne doesn't have those. He is very logical, uh, mostly very not emotional, and he's very logical. And they are both geniuses in their own way. One is being the detective. What you also pointed out is that it was like a godlike. He was able to, but remember, Batman went up against Dracula, went up against the Predator,
Yeah.
and they all won, and
Dark
he all
Knight.
won. He was able to figure out what are their weaknesses and what are the things that he needs to do just to uh, uh, defeat them, and just to and for the and he has a for every super being, Batman has a dose share of every super
Yeah.
being, how to beat them, and he even has his own dose share just in case he goes evil, that anybody can access it, so he can be defeated.
I I wasn't expecting this, to be honest with you, Jet. I thought you may have kept the Batman till the last. And Krix, I think from a Marvel's perspective, I think you've led in with probably one of the most popular and one of the most one of the most talented superheroes within the Marvel cinematic universe, right? So I'm a fan of both. I am a fan of both, and I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can be here, right? So you both make some excellent points. Krix, I think yes, but without a shadow of a doubt, Iron Man is a genius. He's a what did Captain America call him? So without your suit, what would you be? And he turned around and said, "Well, I would be a philanthropist, millionaire, entrepreneur, whatever." Right?
Playboy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's an absolute genius. There's no doubt in his mental capacity there. I do worry though that he does suffer from something of a god complex. Hence,
Yeah.
the building of the armor around the Earth, right? Jackman, you must know me too well because you know how much I love Batman. I do. Batman is my number one comic because I'm trying to be extremely impartial here. I really am.
I know Batman will win. So
Well,
I
yeah,
laid
but
out
hang
my
on.
weakest link.
But hang on, let me explain why. So yeah, I've kind of I messaged my nephew and I said, so who would win? And he's gone Iron Man. I said, why? Well, because he's Marvel. Well, Nate, I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but okay. Right. He's only 8, so I can't blame him for that. But here's why I think Batman is a better superhero than Iron Man, and it comes down to one of the things that Jet was saying. So yeah, he's intelligent. He's super intelligent. There's no kind of airs and graces about him. He does he does what he does, and he lives by his own set of rules. Whether you agree with him or not, at least you know you get what you're going to get with him. Yes, he's faced the likes of Dracula and Predator, but for me, the biggest thing is when you look at the Justice League, everybody apart from Batman can fly, yet they all get in a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So right there tells me that regardless if you're a superhero that is from another world or from here, you're going to respect Batman. So I'm going to give round one to Batman. Yeah, 1-0 to you, mate. This is good fun. I think this is going to be a regular occurrence, no? Okay, round two. Jack, you start us, mate.
Flash. I'm going to
Oh,
go with Flash. Yes. He is. I think I don't know if this is this is a curveball for Krix. I chose Flash because one, what everybody knows is Flash can just run fast, speed of light, and that's it. But what he actually can do is he can run uh, so fast that he could bend time. He can go to the future and back and come up with something and report that this is what's going to happen, and this is what we should do. And he will be able to uh, get uh, get to the cause or the root cause of why a certain villain turned out to be that way, and all he needs to do is just change that incident.
okay. All right, Jack. Yeah, that's a curveball for me. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you'd go down that route. Okay, Chris, who's going up against Flash in a fight?
Okay, I'm gonna bring out one of my research or most
Oh,
research characters. So for I'm gonna bring out a god. I'm gonna bring out Thor.
Mm.
Yeah. First of
okay.
all, yeah. I understand that Thor isn't that strong in the movies, and he's made dumb out of it. But um, first of all, in his comic, Avengers Disassembled, he he actually acquired this Odin force that is the force of Odin and his brothers. So he sacrificed his eyesight and even almost died when it comes to getting that power so that he can save the guardians from the other beings or stronger beings above them. So the reason that Thor may also require the Mjolnir all the time, but he's not that reliable when it comes to that. I understand that Flash is really strong, yeah, Flashpoint and all, but based on Rune Thor, he Thor can actually go through dimensions and also probably reverse time. He's omnipotent. He's he's like the god tier of all heroes. So I understand that Flash also made a selfish decision on a Flashpoint. He brought his mother back. But the main point of what I chose or why I chose Thor is because he learned how to be humble. So when Odin brought him back to Earth, he has to learn the how to be or how to earn the Mjolnir. So that's why Thor can beat Barry Allen. Is it Barry Allen or well, it was depends on those two characters.
Depends on
So
the writer.
yeah, yeah. I think Flash didn't work when it comes to the JLA Avengers story arc. His speed isn't that working on that dimension. So yeah, I believe that Flash might have
It
a moment, or
in
I think he
terms
would.
Well, yeah, in terms of traveling dimensions, Flash does travel to different
Yeah.
dimensions. There's one point that they were in the Justice League, and he was standing there, and he sensed that somebody's eavesdropping in their meeting in a
Mm-hmm.
different dimension. So he vibrated, and he was able to get into that dimension, grab that person, and bring it into that
Mm-hmm.
into their very own dimension.
But
So
Yeah.
in a fight, Jet, wouldn't Thor just get the hammer and put it on Flash?
yeah, but
Right? And
speed
he
of
can't
light,
move then, right?
God of thunder.
Yeah.
What comes first?
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, you got me on that science part. But when it comes to this character development, I still prefer Thor because first of all, he learned to be humble and he earned it, and he sacrificed everything for these guardians and also even the human beings.
No,
It's not.
I'm go-
Yeah,
I'm going to concede on this one. I still have an
Oh,
argument, but I'm
okay.
going to concede on this one. But what I'm going to point out that where the difference would lie: Thor, God, Flash, man. That's it.
yeah. That's the thing
Mm,
about DC and Marvel. DC's characters are really powerful. That's what I've researched so far. So DC characters are like people who are godlike, and Marvel are like godlike characters, but they are trying to be human. So that's my argument here. That's what I get the character standpoint. So there.
okay. All right. So this is I didn't predict this, guys. This is completely unscripted. But we're now coming to the final round, and it's even. Right? It's even. It's one each. Right? So hang on, just let me tell you. All right. So I guess you guys probably predicted this, or certainly you left some big you some big guns for the last round, right? So Chris, you
I
pulled
just
it back to
grabbed him
one each.
on.
You pulled it back to one each. This is your chance to give your great friend, well, great friend for the next 5 minutes at least, um,
Oh, no.
uh, a proper chance to prove why Marvel would win in a fight versus DC. So, who is your last champion and why?
No. Incredible Hulk. Why did I choose?
Oh,
I know it's not
oh,
that strong. He's not that famous. But hear me out. First of all, Bruce Banner. We might get the old Jekyll and Hyde theory here, but um, first of all, he was really strength when it comes, or he's really strong, especially on when he became the World Buster. Oh, that's going to be on when the Illuminati throw him out on a different planet. So he became really
The Hulk
strong
planet.
when, yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
he became really strong, and at the same time, his anger really was actually was shown when it comes when he tried to fight the Sentry. The thing about Bruce Banner, yeah, not the Lou Ferrigno one, is because yeah, I understand that the character is flawed. Yeah, he is actually, or he's gonna be beat up by Superman eventually. I know that's going to be the last one, but um, he although Batman or Superman can beat him out, he can regenerate. So probably they're gonna both tire each other, or gonna tire each other out, especially when it comes to the Marvel versus DC or DC war. It's Hulk who lost there. But um I understand that Superman is really strong, but Bruce Banner has been through a lot. So I'm gonna give him a point for trying to evade the Green Giant or be the Green Giant. So every character that I chose in the Marvel universe, I most relate to the story of Hulk because they also try to be relevant when it comes to topics like the Sentry doesn't want to fight his friend because of his mental illnesses, and
Are there?
yeah, he's just trying to, or Marvel is trying to be relevant when it comes to that cause. So everyone or every character is accessible to Marvel. It's like, yeah, we are like the Google Play of the Google or the Android phones when it comes to technology, and DC is the iPhone ones. Very, yeah, smart. ahead, but we are the accessible ones. So yeah, so that's why I chose Hope, because he his character development is there, his strength is there. He can possibly he can be stronger than he is right now, and he's been through a lot. So yeah, that's what I chose. Oh, I'm gonna lose this one, but yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hulk, interesting choice for your last round, your last champion.
Yeah.
Chris, good luck. Good luck. I just hope that after this, you and Jet stay friends. Jet, who is your last champion? Who's your last champion from
Shazam.
the deep?
Shazam.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
okay. Why have you
The
gone with Shazam?
Thor is just one god. Shazam is composed of five gods.
Yeah.
Solomon, Atlas, Zeus,
Hercules.
Achilles, and Hercules is there. And Zeus. Shazam. Oh, six. I apparently I could not spell. So six gods. He is virtually immortal. He when he's in that state of being Shazam, he can do all the things that you've mentioned, Krix, in the- uh, in Thor, and also in being smart and intelligent as like Tony Stark. And he is again, because of him having, he can go toe to toe with Superman. In fact, he can beat Superman, and he can go to different worlds. Him being a god, and he can go through different dimensions. He has the strength. He has the power of light. He has the power of thought, speed, all those things combined. So that's why in in Kingdom Come, the comic book by Mark Waid and Alex Ross, he was the key person, key character that changed things around. That's why when during the Kingdom Come miniseries, Lex Luthor controlled Billy Batson.
Yeah.
But once, I'm not going to give it away. So once Batman was able to defuse that, he was able to free uh, Billy Batson, and he could speak he could utter the words Shazam, and he was able to save the entire universe, because of not just the universe, the entire heroes of DC, and all that's everybody that's in there, in that universe.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah. Let me
you,
just add something about Shazam. He
Mhm.
actually lost to Thor on the JLA because Thor is the god of thunder, and Thor just controlled the thunder, and Billy Batson was just changing to Shazam, 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 and then until Billy Batson cannot take it anymore, or when Thor controlled the lightning, he cannot transform to Shazam anymore. And another thing here is DC had to change the name to Shazam from Captain Marvel. Uh,
Actually, it's Captain Marvel first, and
Yeah, it is
actually it's
Captain
Captain
Marvel
Marvel
first.
first,
Yes,
because
it is.
with Marvel Comics, they asked DC if they can use Captain
Yes.
Marvel, and DC did permit it, because DC, as being a class, a
Wow.
class, did a very class act
Ah!
that, you know, since you've named your entire franchise on one superhero that we created, yeah, you can have it.
oh,
But they didn't do
getting
justice.
pers-
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another thing is,
getting
yeah,
personal,
I
Jet.
think that they
It's
didn't. Yeah.
That's the misconception that it was just Billy Batson or Shazam could just be reduced into that. In fact, when the history of Billy Batson or Shazam was looked into, that's why I don't think anybody here knew that it was Shazam is composed of the six gods.
No,
The name
no.
is composed of six
Yeah,
gods.
yeah.
So there, and it's one of the uh, very interesting characters. And if you do read some of the comics that were wherein the Earth was in crisis. There, he always had a huge part in it to save it. Like in Earth, with the Infinity Crisis, he had a huge part there. In Kingdom Come, he had a huge part in there. So I didn't even bring up my big gun is Spectre, but anyway,
Oh,
I'm
gonna be
I'm I'm shocked, Jack, with your last round pick in terms of Shazam. I thought you'd have
uh,
gone like with Superman or
Superman.
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah. I was thinking of Superman as well.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I
One
kind of
thing, one
go on, mate.
what's going to beat Hulk? It's simple. Hulk does this. Hulk smash. That's it.
That's okay with me.
Hulk
Because I
smash.
was
That's it. There's nothing more. Hulk smash. What you
well,
do?
he's been
Hulk
around
smash.
too.
Why don't
But
you
he's no.
open the cupboard? Hulk smash.
Plus,
See,
plus, plus as well, he got scared when he had to when he was due to fight Thanos as well, right? He didn't want to come out, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All Shazam has to do is just grab him, fly him into a uh, in the voidless space wherein he's not going to have any oxygen, and he's just going to calm down, and he won't just turn to Bruce Banner and eventually die in the void of space. That's it.
Krix, I think your picks have been wonderful. I'm really super
Ah.
happy with the amount of work you've put in. I really have. And when you first pulled out Hulk, I like Hulk. I was like, Hulk's going to win this. Done. Right? Even if Jet had brought out Superman, my mind was made up. I did not expect him to bring out Shazam. I didn't
Yeah,
expect
same
Shazam to
here.
be
Yeah, but
mentioned,
I mean,
right?
Shazam is Shazam.
And
But the thing about Shazam, I did read something that he was killed in front of Harley Quinn. That I think that was the recent comic books when Starro was trying to invade the Earth. So, well, I think he's kind of weak back then. So
The
I didn't trust Shazam that Jet will pick Shazam at first because I think he's this kid, man. He's just Billy Batson. But yeah, I think it's a fair game. Yeah, fair enough. Fair
in
enough.
so
in
go on, Jet.
yeah
He knows, right? He's on this. Look at him. He's coming in. He's coming in close to the
Yeah,
screen.
I know it's gonna be
uh,
beat up, right?
during
I'll get
during
the hat.
okay during the why is he pivotal? Why is Shazam pivotal? There was a series, a comic series wherein uh, Earth Earth as sorry. Wait, that's Siri. Why is he talk? Why is she talking? I didn't summon you. Anyway, so he was pivotal in being
Siri's disagreeing with you, no?
yeah.
Siri's disagreeing with you.
Because when the people of Earth are already restless with all the super beings, and yet they are still in peril and suffering from all the super villains, and Superman was doing everything that he could uh, to save everybody, but he had to convince Shazam that he is he's a better hero than the rest, by simply pointing out, you are both man and God.
Mm. So listen, guys, we've got a minute left before our 30 minutes is up. I'm going to have to call it. Krix, I'm sorry, but the
Oh, that's okay.
last and final round goes to
My
goes to
victory
Jet
drink.
with his call
Loser.
of this has been great. I've really enjoyed it. I didn't think for 1 minute it would be this much fun, and I didn't think that you guys would do so much hard work on it. Thank you so much for all the effort involved. Jet, what do you want to talk about next week, mate? Anything that springs to mind?
Yeah, like uh, I don't know if you're going to agree, but it's going to be controversial. Uh,
Go on.
Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter.
Oh,
Who there's
who wins in
I'm
a
getting
fight? Who wins in
I
who wins in a one fight? Who wins
yeah.
in a one off?
I'm getting a lot of stick from Harry Potter fans about that. It's a better story. It's a better everything, which I
Ah.
totally disagree.
Oh, so we're going to do the story rather than
Mm,
characters. We're going
mm,
to do the story.
yeah,
All right. Okay. All right. Chris,
I
are you good with that? Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings next
I
week?
don't know if
oh
I'm gonna if I can join though. It's gonna be my birthday next week, so
we can
Oh,
move it.
okay.
yeah.
Well, we
Let's
can move
see.
it. Just
Let's see. And I'm not a
don't worry.
huge Harry Potter fan. J.K.
Then
Rowling is kind of controversial nowadays, so yeah.
well, we can
But
change
yeah,
it.
Mm.
It's still up for grabs anyway.
let's see. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I'll plan
Let's
my
see.
day
Okay.
ahead. No
Mm.
worries
Well,
about that.
also in a couple of weeks, guys, I'd like maybe you can do some research on it before we discuss it. But Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane book.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Mm.
gonna be a production, right? In Wesson.
That's right. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
just
saw
been
it.
turned into. It's been turned into.
How how about if we change it? Let's discuss what are the what are the things that Neil Gaiman wrote that should have been or would have been great in TV or movie.
Oh, I have one already. My God. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. Yeah, let's just talk about it then. Yeah, it's
Right?
gonna be good. Yeah.
So who won today?
You okay? Yeah, yeah. I'm I'm actually ready to get my ass kicked on the show, but yeah, I hope that I give Marvel a good fight though, cause
Yeah, you
yeah.
did. You did. Yeah, you did.
Woo!
Absolutely. I was expecting Thor from you. Honestly, I was
Ah!
expecting Thor from you, and but I didn't expect Hulk. Honestly, I didn't expect Hulk.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was
just had
surprised
this.
with the Hulk.
Yeah.
I was expecting like Jean Grey
Yeah,
or
yeah, she's good. Yeah, but she always faints on the or she always faints on the TV show, so she's kind of weak. But yeah, Scarlet
okay.
Witch was there as well. But
Hmm.
yeah, I have this soft spot for Hulk.
So
So yeah.
if we're going to switch places and you're going to pick DC heroes, who would you pick?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, Flash will be there, and
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for Superman as well.
Oh yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, they're very cliched, but
Mm-hmm.
those were the heroes that I grew up on. So yeah, yeah, it's good. Good
If
fight. Yeah,
I'm yeah, if I'm going to choose Marvel heroes, I would have one is definitely Thor will be there.
yeah, Thor.
Who else? Who else?
Thor.
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 I
I'm Thor.
no. Thor will be
Sorry.
there. Who else? It's all right. So what we're talking about is if we had switched places and who are the DC heroes, who are the
Ah.
DC heroes that she's going to pick, and who are the Marvel heroes that I'm going to pick. And what did you say, Krix?
I was thinking Thor and Thor and Thor for you. But for me,
uh,
it's gonna be like Superman, Flash, and Wonder Woman. No one likes Green Lantern in that ring. Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody went for like villains. I'm surprised you didn't go with Darkseid or Steppenwolf or Thanos. Um,
I mean,
w-
Thanos was
w-
good, but he was simping on Mister's death. So nah, nah. Thanos is weak.
Thanos is weak. Cool. All right. So next week, Lord of the Rings versus something or other, or we'll discuss it. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crix, thank you
Peace.
so much. Happy birthday for next week. We can move it
Thursday.
around. Just let us know what works out.
Thank
Jack,
you.
my man. Thank you, buddy. All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful day. Thank you.